Sabi says Virgiben is wrong, there are many characters back on the board, and we talk some Game Award leagues. Blocked content.
Hello, this video is for good boys and girls.
What's happening, my block buddies, and welcome to a brand new episode of Blocked Content's Leak Speak. My name is Callum, and this is going to be your content for today. Yes, it is a pretty big day. We're going to discuss not just a leak, but also some stuff about the Game Awards, Reggie finally returning and what that could mean for the character getting announced, and actually Sabi talking about some Virgiben. You know, this is really interesting because these two people have been talking about Smash characters for the longest time the past couple of months, and yeah, sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong. Track records go all over the place, but this information is just so interesting and so juicy, and with every minute, new information comes out, and I really want to discuss it with you guys today, so I think grab that popcorn and let's get ready for something good, right? Because a lot of you guys asked for it. We are launching a brand new show called Question Blocked, where I answer your questions about upcoming Smash fighters, my thoughts on your favorite games, questions about how to start on YouTube, anything you can think of. Send your questions through to blockedcontentmail@gmail.com, and I will answer your questions live on the show in one of our new episodes. And for those of you guys who like giveaways, we're giving away this beautiful Piranha Plant plushie Puppet Boy at 50k, and this awesome What's Happening, My Block Buddies t-shirt. So remember to like this video, press the thumbs up, really helps out the channel, and subscribe to Block Content right now to be in the know, and comment down below to enter for the giveaways. Alright guys, let's head right on into the content of this video. Well, we're talking about something interesting first. This is the Nintendo Switch leak that talks a little bit about the entirety of a Nintendo Direct that might be coming up. So this is interesting and of course unconfirmed as of yet. But yeah, this is information that all you guys really want to probably find out what's inside here. So, Nintendo Direct lineup 12/18/2019. So yes, that supposedly is coming up, right? Start. The reveal of the Grand Theft Auto 2D collection for Switch. The original, GTA 2, and GTA Chinatown Wars, all for only $20. It will be available today, so big drop, right? Yoshiaki Koizumi appears on screen, goes through the usual intro shtick. Well, what's this? A new 3DS release? Well, not really. It is announced that, to take advantage of the two screens, Arcade Archives Punch-Out will be released for the 3DS on Christmas Day 2019 for the usual $8. Persona 5 Royal is coming to Nintendo Switch, albeit a little later than the PS4 US release, with a release window of June 2020 worldwide. New Mii costumes coming to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Enjoy playing as the likes of Kamek, Birdo, Sigurd, Frisk, and more in this pack of 10 Mii fighter costumes for only $4.99. Note, sold separately from the Fighter's Pass. And here we go, and while we're on the note of Smash, the final DLC character for the first Fighter's Pass is Black Mage from the Final Fantasy franchise. Though often low in defense, their black magic can deal lots of damage to opponents, along with some other moves in their arsenal. The Black Mage is set for release at the start of the new year, January 1st, 2020. WarioWare is coming to Nintendo Switch for more fun. Join the cast you know and love in an all-new mixed art style. WarioWare Mixing It Up comes to Nintendo Switch in the summer of 2020. The first 4 games in the Fire Emblem series are all coming to SNES and NES Online. Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon and Fire Emblem Gaiden for the NES, along with Fire Emblem Mystery of the Emblem and Fire Emblem, something I'm not even going to pretend to know how to pronounce, Fire Emblem of the Holy War for the SNES, are coming to your screens once again on New Year's Eve, December 31st, 2019. One more thing, Legend of Zelda Caverns of Darkness, aka Breath of the Wild 2, will be ready in the holidays of 2020, yet another vague teaser is shown. If you all want other stuff, I will gladly share it, but that's the major stuff I thought you all might enjoy. So, well, to dive into this just a little bit, it's huge, it talks about a lot of big reveals, and also some of the things seem pretty interesting, right? Like Arcade Archives, Punch-Out, stuff like that, you know, tiny little things sprinkled in there. The idea of getting Kamek and Birdo costumes, that all kind of makes sense, right? Frisk being in there makes me very happy for the Undertale fans. But yeah, a new WarioWare game, been looking forward to that, so hopefully something like that happens. But do we feel like Black Mage is going to be a Smash character? Well, we already of course have our Final Fantasy representation, which we absolutely adore. I mean, Cloud is just a beast in Smash Ultimate. But I think that Black Mage would make a lot of sense in terms of iconography. I mean, he's really a Final Fantasy character. If you look at him, they had the crossover with the Mario Hoops 3-on-3. So in that sense, I could really see the character appearing and be a very unique sort of fighter, right? Have all these magic moves and also be a little bit vulnerable as well. So I do like the idea. Do I think that it's going to happen? Well, they may want to get bigger third-party characters out of the way first, so I don't think it's going to happen for Black Mage just yet, but it might in the future. So that's all fine and interesting, right? A whole lot of talk about Nintendo Directs. Well, of course, the Video Game Awards are coming up, and that means a lot of people in the Nintendo and basically Smash Brothers scene are talking about characters, because last time we got Joker reveal at the Game Awards last year. That was really special and really something great, but this year we might be in for another big surprise, because Sabi, who has been of course teasing stuff and has an inside source at Nintendo, talks about something juicy. Here we go. Sabi says, "Got something juicy, perhaps the last Smash bit before the Game Awards. This is a bit more interesting though. Vergaben was wrong. That's probably why he backpedaled quickly on that post when he said he was confused. Going on to say the character seems to be from one of the ones he listed, not the few he didn't. By proxy, that means no Sony rep, for instance. I looked specifically into this list as I told you I would. The post that he made was a fake leak. It's good he corrected himself." Sabi goes on to say, "This has nothing to do with the characters I've deconfirmed, right? Nothing that I've said has changed. Just adding on, it's not a Sony rep." So really interesting information here, because of course Vergaben posted this list of so many different franchises and characters that are not going to be Fighter 5, and that ended up being a hoax. And yeah, Sabi is just setting the record straight here, and well, something juicy. So probably they already at this point know who the character reveal is going to be. But really interesting, right after that, pretty soon after, this happened, right? There was a little tweet made by Daniel Ahmad, so at ZoojEX, saying, "What if I put my PlayStation Minecraft bed next to your Xbox Minecraft bed?" Well, Sabi actually commented on this on Twitter, saying, "Unless, so, you know, maybe my Nintendo Switch version, or, well, of course we have that, but the idea here being there is something coming in terms of Minecraft content. That could be how you read these things. Of course, Sabi isn't, you know, everything that this person says isn't Smash related or a big leak or something like that. But of course, Sabi should know that people are listening and watching, so this tiny tease would be interesting. And yeah, if Steve were to be revealed at the Game Awards, that would explode the internet, because of course that is a Western character that over here would play very well at the Game Awards, but also the audience there would probably totally love it, because Minecraft is a game, you know, a long-running series that people really still enjoy to this day. A lot of streamers still play it, so having Steve in there would be a really good tactic in terms of marketing. So I definitely could see it happening. It would just be such a weird moment, right? We already have Banjo in there, and is it going to be Master Chief or Steve? We've talked about that for a very long time, but if this is to be believed, if this is something that actually hints towards a character, then we could be seeing the dawn of Steve from Minecraft and Smash. So next on, I wanted to say something really cool, because yes, I was on Speculation Squad, this thing that we made up with other YouTubers like Marlin Gaming and Papagenos and Lax Chris, and we all got together and discussed something. I did a stream, but that stream, you know, my internet connection wasn't the best, so probably I'll just fill you guys in on what happened, and there's a video version of it that I'll post. But basically we said, yeah, Reggie Returns is coming to the Game Awards, right? He talked about it on Twitter, and there was this little fun exchange with Jeff Keighley, but of course he's not affiliated with Nintendo officially anymore. He's just the ex-president, right? So he's retired right now, and what's awesome is now officially announced by Jeff Keighley is, yes, presenter for the Game Awards is Reggie Fils-Aimé. So he will be up on stage actually presenting something which could very well be, something huge that has to do with Nintendo, or something that has absolutely nothing to do with Nintendo, just to show that he's, not a company man anymore, that he's basically a free spirit. I think that this is a really great idea. When I saw that Twitter conversation between Jeff and Reggie, I instantly knew, Jeff, you are so going to DM that guy and say, hey, do you want to present something, And of course that happens because Reggie totally loves being in the spotlight. He does all these crazy cool Q&A sessions at schools and different events and venues to talk about his history as a businessman, right? And, he doesn't really take to being retired as not doing anything. And I totally love that. So him being at the Game Awards, the biggest thing in gaming at that moment, well, I think that it's good on him. So all of this stuff is super interesting. We're really close to finding out who the next character is. If it is, of course, to be believed that the next character will be revealed at the Game Awards, I think that it would be a really great idea if that character were be, introduced there, because it happened last year. People are going to expect it. If it doesn't happen, people are going to be majorly disappointed because, of course, Smash Ultimate is up there as Game of the Year contender. So if that happens and we get another character and they get the win for Game of the Year, oh man, Smash is in for a real treat. So I'm super curious if you guys have any thoughts, who will this mystery character be? Do you guys think that it's going to be from a company that's already represented in Smash, or a different, video game company? So which company do you think the character hails from? That's our comment question of today. So if you comment down below, that could actually be featured in our next video. As for our previous comment question winner, our answer comes to us. I think you've won the comment question of the day for 3 times already since the channel began. This is Gaming Yoshi Fanatic saying, if Master Chief were to become playable, he would have a lot of moveset potential. He can use his Spartan strength and his energy sword for his melee attacks, and he can use different guns at his disposal. Machine guns, shotguns, sniper rifles, etc. In other words, he could bring a whole new moveset that I think a lot of people would enjoy. And I think that that's a really great thing, right? I mean, Master Chief has so many weapons that I think would fit in with Smash Brothers. Just think about the sticky grenades as well, the plasma grenades that stick to opponents and explode a little bit later. But, if you walk through opponents, maybe like the gooey bomb, you can pass it off, something like that. And of course, all the crazy Covenant style weapons that are just basically big laser beams or beams that you can charge, or the brute weapons that shoot needles and stuff like that. So there's so much for Master Chief, and not to talk about his Spartan abilities, right? Because he can basically put up a real big shield around him, or he can, punch the ground down below, or even have a jetpack as some of the moves. So yeah, I think that Master Chief in Smash, or a Spartan in Smash, right? Because he wasn't dead or alive, but that was just Spartan something, I think would be a really great idea. So Gaming Yoshi, right on the money there. It might be Steve if we listen to these recent thoughts, but yeah, I still really would think that Master Chief would bring a huge uproar and would be the perfect companion to Banjo's. He won't be alone as the Microsoft rep. I think that he definitely deserves to be in there with his now buddy, Master Chief from Halo. So yes, I think that's a really great idea. Thank you so much for commenting. These are always so much fun to read through, and of course, a huge shout out to our latest Patreon supporters. I mean, that's just so sweet, guys. You guys make block content possible, so if you want to have yourself created as a little block content character, or join me for a Skype chat, or even have your own video ideas and you want to have it become videos on this channel, well, go to patreon.com/blockedcontent, because there's a bunch of incredible rewards there, and they're waiting just for you. And remember, if you're not just a member of the Block Content family yet, well, hit that subscribe button right now and punch it with the force of 1,000 suns. Ring the bell for notification, and all the news and fun that you care about will be delivered on the daily to you. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll just see you around the corner where there's always more blocked content. See ya.